Good morning, I'm Matt with Medina Minute. Today we're going to stop in 23 Public Square, known as Town Square Commons. Now this building has quite a bit of history in Medina. You know that we've had 2 fires in town, but this particular building was built in 1871 and was known as the Union Block. Some of the fun history is this was the original location of A.I. Root. Now Mr. Root started out as a jeweler, but then got into the bee industry and became a historic part of Medina. Today we're going to visit with some of the business owners inside and learn a little bit more about the history of Medina Square and what makes it tick. Well, good morning, Ron. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming out this morning. Thank you. It's good to be back. So how have things been going at Eastwood Furniture?
Things have been going great.
Yeah.
Had a really good start to the year and a fantastic 2017 here at Medina.
Now, how long have you guys had the store in Town Square Commons?
We have been here, and we actually just had our anniversary sale. We've been here 12 years, which is,
wow.
It doesn't seem like that long.
No, it doesn't actually.
We came here 12 years ago. We branched out from our store down in Kidron, Ohio.
Okay.
And opened this up, and since that time, we had a great run here in Medina, and we want to continue it for a long time.
Yeah. What made you choose Medina for a second store? Are you guys from here? Do you have local roots here?
Well, we lived in Strongsville at the time, so
okay.
It made sense to open here. But we were just trying to bring a little bit of the industry, the Amish furniture industry, up into the Cleveland suburbs.
Yeah.
And
I love that you lived in Strongsville, but it made sense to open in Medina.
Well,
so,
yeah.
Yay for us.
Yay, Medina.
I'm guessing with the Kidron store, how did you get into the Amish handcrafted furniture market? Did you just wake up one day and go for a drive and
we were looking
there's guys making furniture?
Yeah, we were looking for a business to invest in.
Okay.
And actually my brother-in-law, Lee Pagani, he's a partner of ours, and he was coming back from Italy actually, and he was in business over there with my wife and his family.
Okay.
In the furniture business. So we decided to focus on this, and we bought the Kidron store 13 years ago.
Okay.
Opened the Medina store 12 years ago, and 2 years ago we opened another store up in Cleveland Heights.
So Lee had a furniture business in Italy. Were they building, selling?
They were building and selling furniture. And Italy is actually one of the largest furniture manufacturing countries in the world.
There's probably not many Amish guys over there.
Not many Amish guys, but he was able to bring a lot of the designs and techniques to the Amish here. And they just shrugged their shoulders to say, yeah, we can build anything. You get the same craftsmanship, you get the same quality.
Yeah.
But if you go into any of our stores, there's very few pieces that you'd call traditional Amish furniture. It's much more contemporary, much more, not just light oak furniture.
So, I mean, is that a trend that you've seen change over time? Because I remember when I first started here in 2008, the store was very traditional, kind of more the oak furniture, the straight lines and everything, and now trends have changed and there's beautiful stuff in the store. So how do you work that with the craftsmen?
You just have to keep taking them new ideas, new concepts, new colors, and that's an ongoing process. It seems like every week we're talking to them about a new design, a new concept with different woods, and that's just normal stuff. And we do that listening to our customers and trying to adapt with the changing times. And it has changed a lot.
Yeah,
no doubt.
What are trends that you guys are seeing now in the store? What's hot in interior design?
Here in Medina, it's amazing, but the reclaimed wood is very hot. We're doing a lot of things like that. We started just selling some tables, but now we have beds, we have TV stands, we have dressers, we have nightstands, a whole suite of reclaimed furniture.
And when you say reclaimed, what does that mean?
It's mainly from old barns.
Really?
Torn down in central Ohio, across central Ohio. We have a craftsman that treats that wood, dries it out, pulls all the nails out of it. I mean, real fundamental stuff. But
yeah, because a table with a nail sticking out, not so good.
Not good. That style has done really well here in Medina.
Okay.
And we're starting to sell some of the live edge pieces as well, which is
what does that mean?
It's actually a slab of wood cut with the edges still on the table.
Oh, wow.
A table or a nightstand or a coffee table. And so we're doing more of that kind of stuff. Medina is very much leading in many of those types of trends as we see it across Northeast Ohio.
When someone buys a table or a piece of furniture made from reclaimed wood, do they get like a pedigree or a picture of this?
No,
this used to be your table, and it held cows and chickens, and now
it was Joe's barn.
Yeah.
No, we don't have any of
All
that
right.
kind of stuff. But you will get a quality piece of goods. So that would be very cool if we could do that. So.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So how do you manage 3 stores and still manage a family living up in Cleveland Heights now? How do you mix business and family?
My wife, who ran the store here in Medina for many years, runs our store up in Cleveland.
Okay.
So that's how we take care of that. My son Jeff is involved with the business, and between him and I,
cool.
we get
right.
around to all of our stores.
Yeah.
And we have a really good team here. Jenny Elsemeyer is the manager here in Medina. And when you have good people, you can do a lot of things. So it gives you the freedom to do a lot of different things. So I get in here maybe once or twice a week when they let me.
Yeah.
And it seems to work. So.
How much of the business is selling from the floor, and then how much of it is custom orders?
Actually, in Medina, it's interesting because we do sell a lot of stuff right off our floor.
Yeah.
People walk in. People walked in Saturday and bought an island right off the floor and took it home with them.
Oh wow!
So that happens more in Medina than any of our other stores. But probably about 70-80% of our stuff is custom ordered for different sizes, different woods, different colors, and we customize for your specific home. Too.
Yeah. So you've been here 12 years?
12 years, yeah.
What have you noticed as the biggest change in town? Certainly over that time there's been an evolution.
If you remember, I stopped you on the street and I said, Main Street Medina has been around for what, it was 10 years.
Yeah.
And I remember those first meetings because, 12 years ago, the square was not as it is today.
True.
I mean, there's much better occupancy of the different businesses.
Yeah.
I see a lot more traffic on the square today versus 10, 12 years ago. So I think it's a much more vibrant square and business community here than there was 10, 12 years ago.
Okay. I would imagine as a store owner, you have the opportunity to talk with a lot of customers. And what are you hearing from people? Like, why are they coming to this town? What brings them here? Or what? Then conversely, what do you say? Oh, you're here. You got to go here. You got to check this out.
Well, I hear a lot of things, but we get a lot of traffic from the different events that happen around Medina.
Okay.
We just had the Ice Festival, and we just had tons of people through from, not just from Medina, from all over Northeast Ohio. So it's working out really well with the different events, with the variety of businesses that are on the square now.
So certainly you are a busy guy. Do you get downtime? Like, what do you do as a hobby, or when you have 30 minutes to yourself? How do you wind down?
Do a lot of reading. Do a lot of.
What do you like to read?
Just history and things like that. But do some fishing as well. So.
Yeah. Are you a fly fisher?
Can be. Yeah.
All right.
Not very good, but yeah.
What's your favorite fishing spot?
I go to northern Canada for.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get all over the place.
Yeah, we get around.
So you like to go fishing up in Canada. What else do you do for your hobbies? Are you a craftsman as well?
I can do some things, but I have about 100 Amish guys that are far better at it than I am.
That's true.
I play around with different things, more finishing techniques and stuff, but not the craftsmanship.
Okay.
I've got good guys.
So on your Facebook feed for the store the other day, there was a cool article about some kind of table that Lee invented. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that, because it was pretty fascinating.
Yeah, you can see it on our Facebook page. It's called the deciduous table. That's what Lee's calling it.
Deciduous
Since
table.
he designed it, he gets to name it. And what that means is it loses its leaves. And if most traditional tables, if you want to make them bigger, you have to open them up
I get it now.
physically
loses the leaves.
lay in leaves, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This table was actually built by our craftsman that builds roll-top desks. And if you think of a roll-top desk with the top going up into the piece of furniture, it's the same thing with this table. If you pull it open, the table actually extends out another 20 inches.
It was really cool.
On either end. It's first of its kind. There's nothing like it in the whole furniture industry.
Okay.
and it's just so solid and so well made. It's
So yeah, tell me about the solidity, because I thought, I mean, it looked cool when you're pulling it out. There's this table literally rolling out of the middle, but then how is that solid enough to set stuff on?
no, yeah. It from an engineering perspective, it's one of our most technical pieces that we build.
That's cool.
And it took him 3 or 4 years of a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
But he's now ready to start putting it out there. And this is the first time we had it out. And a couple weeks ago, a woman walked into our Cleveland Heights store, and I don't know how she figured it out, but she looked at it, went right to the end of it, and pulled it, and opened it up.
And she ordered a dozen.
It was it must, well, no, not yet, but it was very intuitive how it could work.
Okay.
And so it was interesting. And a guy came in right after
really
that
cool.
and took his own video of how that thing works.
So has Lee like copyrighted this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because that's pretty cool.
It is very unique. It's one of a kind.
So what do you think we'll see for the future of Eastwood Furniture?
You're going to continue to see stuff like that. I mean, we're continuing to take new ideas to our craftsmen, and it's not only just builds and like that table that extends out, but just looks. I mean, this whole Joanna Gaines farmhouse type of look to things that requires different, maybe not a different table, but a different finishing technique. And we have people coming in and asking for those things specifically.
Sure.
So we have to work with our craftsmen, because a lot of times they don't know how to do those things, and it's a lot of trial and error. But we're going to continue to try new things, and we really want people to challenge us with new ideas and new concepts, because everybody wants their home to be unique in some way.
Absolutely.
We aren't the kind of place where you sell 2 types of tables in 3 sizes and 1 color. You get a lot of choice, so you can make your home unique.
Yeah, and I think it's important. All of your stuff is made here in America. Is it all made in Ohio?
It's all made in Ohio, in Wayne and Holmes County.
Really?
So we have about 100 craftsmen down there that build for us. So it's about 45 minutes to an hour south of here. It's where we source everything.
I'm assuming, maybe incorrectly, that there's maybe sometimes not a communication gap, but when I think of the Amish culture, it's very traditional and very, not sparse, but maybe more plain and functional. How do you bridge that gap when you go in saying, I want you to cut this tree in half and leave this edge live, we're going to do some metal stuff and much more funky stuff compared to what they're used to? Do they just go with it? Do they ever kind of roll their eyes?
Well, some they do. Some ideas they do, but for the most part, they work with you, because they want it. They're really, the industry has developed here in Ohio to the point where they're shipping product all over the country to various stores all over the country. So it is actually one of the largest enclaves of furniture manufacturing left in the U.S.
Really?
Is here in just south of Medina. So it's pretty amazing when you think about it. And they have to evolve. I mean, we still communicate a lot of ways with faxes. We still have to go out and buy a fax machine and send faxes. But even that's changing a little bit. Some of them now have email capability, but the best way is just to either me or my son or Lee will go into a shop, take a concept, take a drawing, and talk to them directly. So that's really the best way.
Well, awesome. Ron, thank you so much for the history of the store and talking about the furniture industry. I really appreciate it. It sounds exciting, and we wish you the best of luck for the next 12 years.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.